Have you ever found yourself tangled in your sheets, jolted awake not by a dream, but by that all too familiar urgent call of nature? For the third time in a single night? If you're nodding along, particularly if you're navigating life beyond 70, know this: you are far from alone in this nightly battle. It's a silent epidemic, this frequent nighttime urination, medically known as nocturia, and it steals more than just sleep. It chips away at your energy, muddles your memory, unsettles your mood, and can even shake your confidence and independence. But what if I told you that this frustrating pattern isn't an ironclad sentence of aging, but often a puzzle that can be solved with gentle, intelligent adjustments to your daily life? For too long, many have resigned themselves to this disruptive cycle, believing it's an unavoidable consequence of the passing years. Perhaps you've heard it from friends, or even well-meaning family. It's just part of getting older. But what if that common refrain, while understandable, isn't the full story? What if the key to unlocking longer stretches of blissful, uninterrupted sleep lies not in a miracle pill or a complex, restrictive diet, but in understanding the subtle yet powerful interplay between your body, your habits, and the rhythms of the night? The truth is, your bladder, a remarkably resilient organ, is also surprisingly sensitive. It listens to what you eat, when you eat, how you move, and even how you manage stress. This article isn't about quick fixes. It's about a journey of rediscovery, a deeper dive into how specific, proven strategies can help you significantly reduce those nocturnal bathroom visits. Starting perhaps even tonight, we will explore practical, actionable steps grounded in an understanding of your body's wisdom, designed to help you reclaim your nights and, by extension, your vibrant, energetic days. So, if you're ready to transform your relationship with sleep and wake and feeling genuinely refreshed, stay with me. The path to quieter nights and brighter mornings begins now. Before we embark on the journey of solutions, it's crucial to understand why nighttime urination often becomes a more prominent feature of life as the years advance. This isn't about assigning blame or succumbing to a narrative of decline. Rather, it's about arming ourselves with knowledge, for understanding the why illuminates the how of effective management. Several physiological shifts can contribute to increased nocturia in older adults. Firstly, the bladder itself undergoes changes. Its overall capacity might diminish slightly, meaning it can hold less urine than it once did. Think of it like a trusty old wineskin that, over decades of service, has lost some of its original stretch. Concurrently, the bladder muscle, known as the detrusor, can become a bit more irritable or overactive, leading to more frequent urges to void, even when the bladder isn't completely full. Secondly, our hormonal landscape subtly alters. A key player in this story is the antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which our brain releases, particularly at night, to signal the kidneys to produce less urine, allowing us to sleep undisturbed. With age, the body sometimes produces less ADH at night, or the kidneys may become less responsive to its signals. The result? The kidneys continue to produce urine at a more daytime-like rate, inevitably leading to more awakenings. Then there's the matter of our kidneys' efficiency. While remarkably resilient, their ability to concentrate urine can decline over time. Younger kidneys are adept at producing highly concentrated urine, packing more waste products into less water. As this ability wanes, more fluid volume is needed to excrete the same amount of waste, translating into a greater overall urine output. For men, an enlarged prostate, a common condition known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, can exert pressure on the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body, making it difficult to empty the bladder completely. This residual urine means the bladder fills up again more quickly, prompting another trip to the bathroom. In women, hormonal changes associated with menopause can affect bladder health and pelvic floor muscle integrity, contributing to urgency and frequency. Furthermore, the trusty pelvic floor muscles, the supportive sling that holds our bladder and other pelvic organs in place, can weaken over time due to factors like childbirth, chronic coughing, inactivity, or simply the natural aging process. A less robust pelvic floor offers less support, making it harder to control urinary urges effectively. It's also important to acknowledge the role of common medications. Diuretics, often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart conditions, are designed to increase urine output. If taken too late in the day, they can understandably lead to a busy night. Other medications, too, can have side effects that impact bladder function. Additionally, underlying health conditions such as diabetes, which can increase thirst and urine production, heart failure, which can cause fluid retention that is often mobilized when lying down, and sleep apnea, which can trigger hormonal changes leading to increased nighttime urination, can be significant contributors. Understanding these multifaceted factors isn't meant to be disheartening. Instead, it underscores that nocturia is often a complex issue with multiple contributing elements. This complexity, however, also means there are multiple avenues for intervention and improvement. It highlights why a holistic approach addressing various aspects of lifestyle and physiology can be so profoundly effective. If this exploration into the why behind nighttime urination has shed some light on your own experiences, or if you simply appreciate a deeper understanding of how our bodies work, we'd love to hear from you. Please consider commenting with the keyword insight below. Your engagement helps us know what resonates with you. And if you're finding this information valuable, do take a moment to support our channel by liking this video, subscribing, and tapping the notification bell. This ensures you won't miss out on future content designed to empower your health and well-being. Strategy 1. The chronobiology of your bladder. Mastering meal and fluid timing. One of the most impactful, yet often underestimated strategies for taming a rebellious nighttime bladder revolves around a concept as old as time itself: rhythm and timing. Specifically, we're talking about when you eat your dinner and manage your fluid intake. The original content mentioned eating dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime, and this advice is golden for a very concrete physiological reason. When you consume a meal, especially a substantial one, your body kicks into active digestion mode. This process isn't just about breaking down food. It also involves fluid processing and waste generation. If this active phase overlaps with your sleep period, your kidneys will be working overtime, producing more urine while you're trying to rest. The result? More interruptions. Imagine your digestive system as a bustling factory. If the factory is still running at full tilt when the rest of the city, your body, is trying to sleep, there's bound to be some noise and disruption, your bladder signaling you to wake up. By shifting your evening meal earlier, ideally to be completed 3 to 4 hours before you turn in for the night, you allow this factory to complete the bulk of its work while you're still awake and active. This gives your body ample time to process the fluids and solutes from your meal, leading to a more settled bladder by the time your head hits the pillow. Consider Harold, the 78-year-old gentleman mentioned in the original content, who shifted his dinner from a late 8:30 p.m. to a more sensible 5:30 p.m. He wasn't just randomly changing a habit. He was aligning his body's digestive processes with its natural sleep-wake cycle, its circadian rhythm. This rhythm influences nearly every physiological function, including urine production. Eating late, particularly heavy, salty, or very liquid-rich meals like large bowls of soup close to bedtime essentially tells your kidneys, "Keep working, we've got more incoming." Harold's transformation from 3 or 4 nightly awakenings to just one wasn't magic. It was a testament to his body responding positively to this simple chronobiological adjustment. But it's not just about when you eat. It's also about what you eat in that final meal of the day. Opt for lighter fare. Heavy, greasy, or overly spicy foods can not only take longer to digest, but can also irritate the bladder lining, a point we'll delve into more deeply later. High-sodium foods are notorious for causing fluid retention during the day, which then gets processed and released as urine when you lie down at night, and your circulation dynamics change. So, a lighter, lower-sodium dinner consumed earlier is a powerful 1-2 punch against nocturia. Now, what about fluids? The key isn't to dehydrate yourself, as adequate hydration is vital for overall health. Instead, it's about smart fluid management. Focus on drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day. Come evening, start tapering off. This doesn't mean a complete fluid embargo after 6 p.m., but rather being mindful. Sip, don't gulp. Avoid large volumes of any beverage in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to sleep. If you take medications at night that require water, use the smallest amount necessary. Many people find that having their last significant drink an hour or two before their final pre-sleep bathroom visit gives the body enough time to process it. The benefits of this earlier dinner and mindful fluid tapering extend beyond just bladder relief. An earlier, lighter dinner can lead to deeper, more restorative sleep. When your body isn't struggling with digestion, it can dedicate more resources to cellular repair, memory consolidation, and hormonal regulation, all critical processes that occur during deep sleep. You might find yourself waking up not just with a calmer bladder, but with a clearer mind and more sustained energy throughout the day. It's a holistic win. This first strategy, mastering meal and fluid timing, lays a crucial foundation for peaceful nights. If you find this information about optimizing your evening routine useful and are considering how you might apply it, please let us know by commenting with the number 1 below. We're keen to hear which strategies resonate most with our community. Strategy 2, the potassium-sodium symphony, nourishing your kidneys and bladder for optimal fluid balance. Beyond the timing of your meals, the very nutrients you consume play a profound role in how your body manages fluids, directly impacting nighttime bladder activity. A crucial, yet often overlooked, aspect of this is the delicate dance between 2 minerals, potassium and sodium. Modern diets, particularly those heavy in processed foods, tend to be excessively high in sodium and relatively low in potassium. This imbalance can subtly sabotage your efforts for a peaceful night's sleep. Why is this mineral duo so important? Sodium, as many know, plays a key role in fluid retention. When sodium levels are high, your body tends to hold on to more water to maintain a proper concentration. This excess fluid eventually needs to be processed by the kidneys and excreted as urine. Potassium, on the other hand, works in concert with sodium to regulate fluid balance and blood pressure. Adequate potassium intake helps your body excrete excess sodium, thereby reducing overall fluid retention. Less retained fluid means less work for your kidneys, especially during the night when you want them to be less active. Think of sodium and potassium as 2 dancers in a finely choreographed ballet. If one dancer's sodium becomes too dominant and hoards the stage, your body's fluid, the performance, your fluid balance, becomes clumsy and strained. When the other dancer, potassium, is adequately present, they can gracefully guide their partner, restoring harmony and fluidity to the entire system. The original content highlighted spinach and avocado as excellent potassium sources, and they certainly are. Spinach, when lightly cooked, is not only potassium-rich, but also gentle on the digestive system. Avocados, technically a fruit, but often used as a vegetable, offer a creamy, satisfying source of potassium along with healthy fats. But the potassium parade doesn't stop there. Many other readily available foods can help you boost your intake. Sweet potatoes. Baked or steamed, they are a potassium powerhouse and also provide fiber. White beans and lentils. These legumes are packed with potassium and offer plant-based protein. Bananas, a well-known source, though be mindful of sugar content if that's a concern. Yogurt, plain, a surprising source of potassium, also offering probiotics for gut health. Opt for unsweetened varieties. Cooked mushrooms, especially varieties like cremini or portobello. Zucchini and other squashes, these are hydrating and provide a good amount of potassium. Leafy greens. Beyond spinach, consider kale, Swiss chard, and beet greens. Carol, the 71-year-old woman mentioned who was on a diuretic and waking up 5 times a night, experienced a significant improvement by incorporating potassium-rich foods like steamed zucchini and baked sweet potato into her dinners. This wasn't about taking a potassium supplement, which should only be done under medical supervision, especially for those with kidney issues, but about making smart, whole food choices. Her story illustrates how dietary adjustments can work synergistically with or even mitigate the side effects of necessary medications. It's crucial to emphasize that this isn't about drastically overhauling your diet overnight or consuming mountains of these vegetables. It's about making mindful, consistent additions and substitutions. Aim for a colorful variety of fruits and vegetables throughout the day, with a particular focus on including some potassium-rich options in your evening meal. This strategy is most effective when paired with a conscious effort to reduce sodium intake. Read food labels carefully, as sodium hides in many processed foods, canned goods, and restaurant meals. By reducing the sodium load, you make it easier for the potassium you consume to do its beneficial work. A word of caution: individuals with kidney disease or those on certain medications, like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, need to be very careful about their potassium intake, as their bodies may not be able to excrete it efficiently, leading to dangerously high levels, hyperkalemia. If you have any kidney concerns or are on such medications, always consult your doctor before making significant changes to your potassium consumption. For most healthy older adults, however, focusing on whole food sources of potassium as part of a balanced diet can be a gentle yet powerful way to support kidney function, promote healthy fluid balance, and contribute to fewer nighttime awakenings. It's another piece of the puzzle in creating a body environment conducive to restful sleep. This second strategy focuses on the powerful impact of nutrient balance, particularly potassium, on your bladder health. Do you have any favorite potassium-rich foods that you already enjoy or are now thinking of incorporating more into your diet? Share your thoughts or experiences by commenting with the keyword potassium below. We love learning from our community. Strategy 3. Unmasking the hidden agitators beyond the obvious cup of coffee. While many seniors are aware that a late afternoon coffee can lead to a restless night punctuated by bathroom visits, the world of bladder irritants extends far beyond that familiar caffeinated culprit. Many everyday foods and beverages contain compounds that can stimulate or irritate the bladder lining, making it twitchy, overactive, and less capable of holding urine comfortably, especially as you try to settle down for sleep. Unmasking these hidden agitators and minimizing their intake, particularly in the hours leading up to bedtime, can be a game changer. Caffeine is indeed a primary offender. It acts as a diuretic, meaning it encourages your kidneys to produce more urine. But more than that, caffeine is a direct bladder stimulant. It can increase the contractility of the detrusor muscle, leading to a more urgent need to go, even if your bladder isn't particularly full. The challenge is that caffeine lurks in many more places than just your coffee mug. Consider teas. Black, green, and oolong teas all contain significant amounts of caffeine. Even some herbal teas might have a black or green tea base, so read labels carefully. Soft drinks. Many colas and some other fizzy drinks are loaded with caffeine. Chocolate, especially dark chocolate, contains caffeine as well as a related stimulant called theobromine, which can also affect the bladder. Pain relievers and cold remedies. Some over-the-counter medications contain caffeine to combat drowsiness or enhance pain relief. George, the 78-year-old from the original article, believed he was caffeine-free after lunch. Yet, his small square of dark chocolate with dinner, his sugar-free mint after brushing, often containing artificial sweeteners, another potential irritant, and his herbal tea that sneakily contained black tea were collectively contributing to his 4 nightly bathroom trips. His experience is a common one. These small, seemingly innocent indulgences can add up. Beyond caffeine, a host of other substances can provoke bladder irritation in sensitive individuals. Artificial sweeteners. Aspartame, saccharin, sucralose, and others found in diet or sugar-free products are known irritants for some. Your body doesn't always process them benignly. Acidic foods. While nutritious, highly acidic foods can be problematic for bladder comfort. Common examples include citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruits, limes, and their juices, tomatoes and tomato-based products, sauces, ketchup, salsa. Spicy foods. Capsaicin, the compound that gives chili peppers their heat, can irritate nerve endings, including those in the bladder. Alcohol. Alcohol is a double whammy. It's a diuretic, increasing urine production, and it can also irritate the bladder lining directly. Carbonated beverages. The fizziness itself, regardless of caffeine or sugar content, can sometimes aggravate an overactive bladder. This doesn't mean you must eliminate all these items from your life forever. However, if frequent nighttime urination is a persistent issue, it's wise to conduct a personal dietary investigation. Try systematically reducing or eliminating these potential triggers, especially from your afternoon and evening consumption, for a week or two, and observe any changes. You might be surprised by what you discover. Richard, 78, who loved his spicy chili and an orange before bed, found dramatic relief by swapping these for blander, less acidic options in the evening. His story underscores that even healthy foods can be problematic if they happen to be personal bladder triggers. The goal is to protect your precious sleep. Your body needs those uninterrupted hours to repair, regenerate, and consolidate memories. Sacrificing a few common treats in the evening is a small price to pay for the profound benefits of deep, restorative rest. Instead of these potential irritants, consider bladder-friendly alternatives for your evening wind down. Herbal teas. True herbal teas like chamomile, known for its calming properties, rooibos, naturally caffeine-free and low in tannins, peppermint, or ginger tea. Warm milk. A traditional sleep aid for some, perhaps with a tiny pinch of nutmeg or cinnamon, though be mindful if dairy is an issue for you. Water. Infused with bladder-friendly flavors. Try water with a slice of cucumber, a few berries, like blueberries, which are less acidic, or a sprig of mint. Naturally sweet fruits in moderation. A small piece of pear, A few blueberries or a slice of banana can satisfy a sweet tooth without the stimulating effects of chocolate or artificial sweeteners. Being a detective about your own dietary habits and their impact on your bladder can be incredibly empowering. It's about making conscious choices that support your body's need for rest. This third strategy has been about identifying and minimizing those sneaky bladder irritants. Have you ever noticed a connection between certain foods or drinks and your own bladder activity? We invite you to share your experiences or any aha moments in the comments section using the keyword triggers. Your insights could help others on a similar journey. And as always, if these shares are bringing value, please do support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, and ensuring your notification bell is active so you don't miss our future insightful content. Strategy 4, empowering your pelvic core, the unseen strength for nighttime serenity. Often invisible and rarely discussed, your pelvic floor muscles are the unsung heroes of urinary control. This intricate network of muscles, ligaments, and connective tissues forms a supportive sling at the base of your pelvis, playing a crucial role in holding your bladder, uterus in women, and rectum in place, and critically, in controlling the release of urine and feces. When these muscles are strong and toned, they help keep the urethra closed, preventing leakage and allowing your bladder to fill comfortably. However, like any other muscle group in your body, if they are not actively maintained, they can weaken over time. This weakening is a significant, yet often overlooked contributor to nighttime urination and incontinence in older adults. Why do these vital muscles lose their tone? Several factors can contribute. Aging. The natural aging process can lead to a gradual decline in muscle mass and elasticity throughout the body, including the pelvic floor. Childbirth. For women, pregnancy and vaginal delivery can stretch and sometimes damage these muscles. Surgery. Pelvic surgeries, including prostate surgery in men or hysterectomy in women, can impact pelvic floor function. Chronic straining. Conditions like chronic constipation, leading to repeated straining during bowel movements, or chronic coughing from smoking or respiratory conditions, put sustained pressure on the pelvic floor. Obesity. Excess body weight places additional, constant strain on these supportive structures. Inactivity. A sedentary lifestyle contributes to general muscle weakness, and the pelvic floor is no exception. When these muscles lack strength and endurance, your bladder doesn't receive the robust support it needs. This can manifest as urinary urgency, a sudden, desperate need to go, frequency, needing to go often, and even stress incontinence, leaking urine with coughing, sneezing, or exertion. At night, a weakened pelvic floor might mean you're less able to suppress the urge to urinate, leading to more awakenings. But here's the empowering news. Just like you can strengthen your arm or leg muscles with exercise, you can absolutely strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. The most well-known exercises for this purpose are Kegel exercises. While many have heard the term, often there's confusion about how to perform them correctly. It's not about brute force. It's about precision and consistency, finding and activating the right muscles. The first step is to correctly identify your pelvic floor muscles. A common instruction is to try to stop the flow of urine midstream. The muscles you use to do this are your pelvic floor muscles. Important note, while this is a good way to identify the muscles, you should not regularly practice Kegels by stopping and starting your urine stream, as this can potentially interfere with normal bladder emptying and increase the risk of urinary tract infections. Once you've identified them, you can practice Kegels anytime, anywhere, without needing to be on the toilet. Imagine you are trying to stop yourself from passing gas. Or, for women, imagine tightening and lifting your vagina upwards. For men, imagine retracting the penis slightly or tightening the muscles around the anus as if holding back a bowel movement. Then bringing that contraction forward towards the pubic bone. The sensation should be an internal lift or squeeze. Performing Kegel exercises correctly. 1. Get comfortable. You can do Kegels lying down, sitting, or even standing, though beginners often find it easiest to start lying down with knees bent. 2. Isolate the muscles. Focus solely on contracting your pelvic floor muscles. Be careful not to tighten your abdominal muscles, buttocks, or thigh muscles. Breathe normally throughout the exercise. Don't hold your breath. It can be helpful to place one hand on your abdomen to ensure it remains relaxed. 3. Contract and hold. Gently squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles. Hold the contraction for a count of 3 to 5 seconds. 4. Relax completely. Release the contraction and allow the muscles to fully relax for an equal count of 3 to 5 seconds. This relaxation phase is just as important as the contraction. 5. Repeat. Aim for a set of 10 to 15 repetitions. Building a routine. Try to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions per day. Consistency is far more important than intensity or doing a huge number at once. You're not trying to achieve a burn like in a gym workout. You're retraining muscle control and building endurance. Carol, the 72-year-old patient mentioned in the original material, who went from waking every 90 minutes to sleeping nearly 5 hours straight after just 2 weeks of consistent pelvic floor exercises, is a powerful example. Richard, 77, regained his confidence and reduced nighttime leaks by doing Kegels during TV commercial breaks. These stories highlight that small, consistent efforts can yield significant rewards. Patience and professional guidance. Pelvic floor strengthening doesn't produce overnight miracles. It typically takes several weeks, sometimes even a few months, of consistent practice to notice a significant improvement in bladder control and a reduction in nighttime urination. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. If you're unsure whether you're performing Kegels correctly, or if you're not seeing improvement after several weeks, consider consulting a healthcare professional. A doctor can refer you to a pelvic floor physical therapist, a specialist trained to assess pelvic floor function and provide personalized exercise programs. They can use biofeedback techniques to help you confirm you're using the right muscles and guide you effectively. This is a highly valuable resource, available for both men and women. Strengthening your pelvic core is an investment in your comfort, confidence, and the quality of your sleep. It's about reclaiming control from within, empowering your body to support you through the night. This fourth strategy has delved into the crucial role of pelvic floor fitness. If you found this detailed explanation of pelvic floor exercises and their benefits illuminating, and perhaps feel motivated to incorporate them into your routine, please show your engagement by commenting with the number 4 below. It's encouraging for us to know these in-depth explorations are helpful. Strategy 5. The rhythm of relief. Embracing timed voiding and bladder retraining. While strengthening your internal support system with pelvic floor exercises is vital, another powerful technique for managing nighttime urination involves consciously retraining your bladder's habits. This approach, known as timed voiding or bladder retraining, is particularly helpful for individuals who experience urinary urgency, that sudden, compelling need to go, and frequency. It's less about what you eat or drink, and more about when you choose to visit the bathroom, establishing a rhythm that puts you, not your bladder's whims, in control. Many older adults fall into a pattern of going to the bathroom just in case, or waiting until an overwhelming urge strikes. While the former can inadvertently train the bladder to signal fullness prematurely, the latter can lead to an overstretched, irritated bladder, setting the stage for multiple awakenings. Timed voiding aims to break these cycles. It's a behavioral therapy that has been proven effective in numerous studies and is a cornerstone of continence management in senior care. How does timed voiding work? The core principle is to urinate according to a preset schedule, rather than waiting for the urge. This helps to gradually increase the bladder's capacity to hold urine and decreases its sensitivity to feelings of fullness. 1. Understanding your current pattern. Optional but recommended. For a few days, consider keeping a simple bladder diary. Note down when you drink, when you feel the urge to urinate, when you actually urinate, and roughly how much. You can estimate as small, medium, or large volume. This diary can help you identify your current voiding intervals and any patterns, such as specific times of day when urgency is worse. 2. Establishing an initial schedule. Based on your diary, or by simply starting with a manageable interval, begin by trying to urinate every 1.5 to 2 hours during your waking hours. The key is to go by the clock, whether you feel a strong urge or not. The goal is to empty your bladder regularly before it gets desperately full and triggers an overwhelming urge. 3. The evening routine. This is where timed voiding becomes particularly crucial for nighttime peace. As the original content suggested for Harold, 82, implementing a structured bathroom routine every 2 hours in the evening. For example, after dinner, 2 hours later, and then one final trip right before climbing into bed, can make a substantial difference. This ensures your bladder is as empty as comfortably possible before you settle down for sleep. No skipping. No waiting for that "I really have to go" feeling for these scheduled visits. Number 4, gradually extending intervals, bladder retraining. Once you are comfortable with your initial schedule and are experiencing fewer urgent episodes during the day, you can begin to gradually increase the time between voids by 15 to 30 minutes. For instance, if you started with every 2 hours, you might aim for 2 hours and 15 minutes for a week, then 2.5 hours, and so on. The goal is to comfortably reach an interval of 3 to 4 hours between voids during the day. This retraining process helps your bladder learn to hold more urine without signaling distress. Urge suppression techniques. When you're trying to extend your voiding intervals, you will inevitably experience urges before your scheduled time. This is where urge suppression techniques come in handy. Pelvic floor contractions. Quick Kegels. Perform a few quick, strong Kegel contractions. This can send a signal to the bladder to relax and can help the urge subside. Distraction. Engage your mind in something else. Count backward from 100 by sevens. Recite a poem. Make a mental grocery list. Anything to shift your focus away from the bladder. Relaxation and deep breathing. Take slow, deep breaths. Sometimes anxiety about an urge can make it feel stronger. Stay still. If you're sitting or standing, remain still for a moment. Rushing to the bathroom can sometimes intensify the urge. Wait for it to lessen before walking calmly to the toilet. Harold, the 82-year-old gentleman, not only experienced fewer nighttime awakenings, but also regained a profound sense of control. This psychological benefit is immense. Feeling at the mercy of your bladder can be deeply unsettling and restrictive. Timed voiding and bladder retraining empower you to become an active participant in managing your body's functions, fostering confidence, and reducing the anxiety that often surrounds nighttime urination. It creates a predictable rhythm, and our brains and bodies thrive on routine and predictability. This sense of calm can, in itself, help to ease an overactive bladder. This strategy requires patience and consistency. It's not a quick fix, but a gradual re-education of your bladder. However, the rewards, longer stretches of sleep, reduced anxiety, and increased confidence, are well worth the effort. This fifth strategy of rhythmic voiding and bladder retraining offers a proactive way to manage bladder function. If you believe establishing a more regular bathroom schedule, especially in the evening, could be beneficial for you, or if you've tried bladder retraining techniques before, we'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Please comment with the number 5 below to share your perspective or questions. Holistic lifestyle adjustments for nighttime comfort. Beyond the bladder. While the targeted strategies we've discussed are powerful, achieving truly serene nights often involves a more holistic view, recognizing that various aspects of your lifestyle and overall health can influence bladder function, especially after dark. Think of these as complementary adjustments that can enhance the effectiveness of the core strategies and contribute to your overall well-being. Managing constipation, the unseen pressure. It might seem unrelated, but the health of your bowels significantly impacts your bladder. A rectum full of hard stool can press against the bladder, reducing its capacity and increasing irritation and the urge to urinate. Chronic straining due to constipation also weakens the pelvic floor muscles over time. Ensuring regular, comfortable bowel movements is therefore a key supportive measure. How can you promote bowel regularity? Adequate fiber intake. Aim for plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Sufficient hydration. Water helps to soften stool and keep things moving. Regular physical activity. Movement stimulates bowel motility. Even a daily walk can make a difference. Don't ignore the urge. When you feel the need to have a bowel movement, try to go as soon as possible. Leg elevation for fluid redistribution. If you experience swelling in your legs or ankles, edema, during the day, this accumulated fluid doesn't just disappear when you lie down. Instead, it gets reabsorbed into your bloodstream and then processed by your kidneys, leading to increased urine production overnight. A simple yet effective technique is to elevate your legs for a few hours in the late afternoon or early evening, ideally at or above the level of your heart. You can do this by lying down and propping your legs on pillows. This encourages the fluid to return to circulation and be processed by your kidneys before you go to bed, rather than while you're trying to sleep. Mindful medication review with your doctor. As mentioned earlier, some medications, most notably diuretics, directly increase urine output. Other medications can have side effects that impact bladder function, such as causing bladder muscle relaxation, making emptying difficult, or irritation. It's always a good idea to periodically review your medication list with your doctor or pharmacist. Discuss the timing of your medications. For instance, if you take a diuretic, ask if it can be taken earlier in the day. Never adjust medication dosages or timing on your own, but an open conversation with your healthcare provider might reveal opportunities for optimization that could ease nighttime urination. Addressing potential sleep apnea. There's a strong link between obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, and nocturia. When breathing is obstructed, it can trigger changes in heart pressure and the release of hormones that increase urine production. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping, experience excessive daytime sleepiness, or have been told you stop breathing during sleep, it's crucial to discuss this with your doctor. Treating sleep apnea, often with a CPAP machine, can sometimes lead to a dramatic reduction in nighttime bathroom trips, alongside many other health benefits. Creating a sleep-conducive sanctuary. While not directly a bladder strategy, the quality of your sleep environment profoundly impacts your ability to stay asleep. A bedroom that is too hot, too bright, or too noisy can lead to lighter, more easily disrupted sleep, making you more aware of even mild bladder sensations. Keep it cool. A slightly cool room, around 60 to 67 degrees or 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, is generally optimal for sleep. Keep it dark. Use blackout curtains if necessary to block out external light. Even small amounts of light can disrupt melatonin production. Keep it quiet. Minimize noise. Consider earplugs or a white noise machine if your environment is noisy. Comfortable bedding. Ensure your mattress and pillows are supportive and comfortable. These holistic considerations recognize that your bladder doesn't operate in isolation. By addressing factors like constipation, fluid retention in the legs, medication effects, potential sleep disorders, and your sleep environment, you create a more supportive internal and external milieu for uninterrupted rest. Thinking about these broader lifestyle factors, is there one area, perhaps managing constipation or improving your sleep environment, that you feel could make an additional difference to your nighttime comfort? Share your thoughts by commenting with the keyword holistic below. Your participation helps build a rich tapestry of shared experiences and solutions. The persistent interruption of sleep by the urgent call of your bladder is more than just an inconvenience. It's a thief that can rob you of energy, clarity, and joy in your waking hours. As we've explored, this challenge, so common among those navigating their 70s, 80s, and beyond, is not an immutable sentence of aging. Instead, it's often a complex interplay of physiological changes and lifestyle habits. An interplay that you have the power to influence positively. We've journeyed through several key strategies, from the chronobiological wisdom of timing your meals and fluids correctly, to the nuanced dance of balancing sodium and potassium for optimal fluid regulation. We've unmasked the hidden bladder irritants that might be sabotaging your sleep and celebrated the profound internal strength that can be cultivated through pelvic floor exercises. We've also seen the empowering control that comes from bladder retraining and rhythmic voiding, and acknowledged the importance of holistic lifestyle adjustments that support overall well-being and nighttime comfort. The experiences of Harold, Carol, George, and Richard are not isolated anecdotes. They are testaments to the fact that small, mindful, and consistent changes can yield remarkable improvements. They didn't discover a miracle cure, but rather they began to listen more attentively to their body's signals and responded with informed care, patience, and a belief in their own capacity for change. This journey isn't about achieving perfection overnight, but about making consistent, compassionate efforts. Start small. Choose one strategy that resonates most with you and implement it. Once that becomes a comfortable habit, consider adding another. You absolutely deserve nights of deep, uninterrupted rest. You've earned them. Even if you've been waking multiple times a night for what feels like an eternity, that doesn't mean it has to be your reality forever. Your body possesses an incredible ability to adapt and heal, but it needs your conscious cooperation. It's a partnership. While these strategies can be incredibly effective, it's also important to remember that persistent or severe nocturia should always be discussed with your doctor to rule out or manage any underlying medical conditions. This article is intended to inform and empower, not to replace professional medical advice. After all this analysis, what is the most important insight or actionable step you're taking away for yourself? We genuinely want to hear your thoughts and reflections. Please share them in the comments section below. Remember, the journey to better sleep and enhanced well-being is an ongoing one, often built upon small, sustainable steps taken consistently. Start today. Thank you for investing your time with us. If this detailed exploration has brought value to you, please support our mission to provide insightful and practical content by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and crucially, tapping that notification bell so you don't miss future videos designed to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life. We read and appreciate every comment. Your engagement provides us with immense motivation and encouragement. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.